We are now joined by the head men's basketball coach of your Cleveland State Vikings, the man who was really the man of the week in my eyes, gets the contract extension to stay at CSU. Great news for Viking basketball fans, for the program, for the university, and really for all of Northeast Ohio. He joins us now, Coach Dennis Gates. And Coach, listen, first of all, really appreciate the time. And hey, congratulations to you on this. This is pretty special.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me on here, obviously representing our institution as well as our basketball program. Lovely weekend, and thanks. I appreciate that.
Coach, what has this all been like for you? I mean, obviously there's a process that goes into this. I'm sure there were conversations since after the season started. Hey, we want to keep you. Do you want to stay? I know there were rumblings of other schools and stuff. So how nice is this for you just to have it over with? Everything's in the rear view mirror, and it really feels like you're here to stay.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. It was a wild ride, because if it was up to Twitter, Instagram, and social media, it was U-Haul in front of my home, right here in Cleveland Heights. But it's part of the process. I think we're in a transitional profession, one that unfortunately on the other end have coaches being fired, and on the opposite have coaches being extended. I'm humbled that President Sands and Scott Garrett and our board of trustees feel so delightful of what we've been able to accomplish in this short period, enough to make the investments that they've made. And it's wonderful feeling, because during that time, they were very aggressive. And these conversations began in February, before any results, before any conclusion of our regular season, before any NCAA berth. They were aggressive, and I appreciate that much about them.
Yeah, I mean, I know that Thursday had to be a crazy day. I mean, the press conference that they had down at the Wolstein Center, you're there, Frighton Center. I mean, it had to be so neat for you and your family. I want to take people back to a moment where you got noticeably, pretty emotional. I know President Harlan Sands came up next to you there. I just was curious, what was going through your mind in that moment, Coach?
Well, I'm really adamant about the impact of coaches and educators, the impact that they have on young people. And I was one that was impacted by coaches and educators. They allowed me to see the best version of myself. They did not allow me to look away from that mirror that they held up. They said, you're going to be somebody. And lo and behold, those leadership skills began to form even before I thought they were there. But, it takes someone to build a bridge for you and pour into your life. And those two professions, man, sometimes to be great teachers and educators and great coaches, you got to spend time away from your own home. And those that gave to me spent time away from their own home. And, I'm just fortunate to be where I am, and I'm definitely thankful.
I feel like you've turned this program around in record time. I mean, be honest with us. When you did this, and when you took this job, and you got the job late when you came over from Florida State on Leonard Hamilton's staff, when you made this move, was this what you had envisioned, and was this what you envisioned this quickly?
Well, I've definitely been taught to believe in myself. Without that, coaches and young people, meaning our student athletes, have nothing to look toward. And if we speak it, we can become it. If we do the necessary actions each and every day consistently, we can become it. It gives us a better chance to achieve those goals. And it was simply each and every action that we have is to cut down nets, hold up trophies, and climb ladders and raise banners. And we want to be champions in 3 areas, and that's in the classroom, on the court, and in the community. But most importantly, every action that we have is led by our 8 core values: friendship, love, accountability, trust, discipline, unselfishness, enthusiasm, and toughness. And our guys bought into it, and our staff has taught it. They lived it, and we're going to continue to teach it each and every day to our young guys.
You win the Horizon League regular season, you win the Horizon League tournament, you go to the NCAA tournament. It was a wild ride that you took everyone on. Just what will you take away from that magical season that you guys had?
For me, as my wheels are always turning, and I've not been able to enjoy what the majority has enjoyed. I'm constantly trying to get better. I don't live in a moment. I try to do things that'll allow us to be impactful a year from now. And that's where I've always been. So when I took over the job in August, I was looking toward March. When I took over the job or ended that season during the pandemic, I was looking toward what we were able to accomplish. And now I'm looking toward the same way next year to see where we are in March of 2022. So it's impossible. But what I do as a CEO and a leader, a head coach of this program, I look at the faces of our coaches and they're happy, right? I look at the faces of our players and they are ecstatic. And that allows me the fulfillment that I need in the moment to enjoy it. But now season's over. It's time to buckle up and focus on what we can do next. And I guarantee you this, we can't do it. We will not be able to do it without the support of our fans when these doors open. It's something special happening, and I'm looking forward to sharing that moment with them in the physical presence.
Coach, I remember a conversation I had with Gary Waters when he first took the job at Cleveland State.
Yeah.
He had said to me, Nick, I feel like this is a sleeping giant kind of program.
Yeah.
You've got the arena, you've got basketball here in the Midwest where, you look around, there's not a huge program. You got Ohio State, 2 hours south, but it was almost like this was ripe for an opportunity to almost do what you saw Butler do years ago, where they went from the Horizon League all the way up to the Big East, where this, this kind of feels like an untapped territory. Do you share those same feelings?
Absolutely. It was going to take a special place for me to leave another special place. I was at a special place at Florida State with my mentor, Leonard Hamilton. My goal was to see him win a national championship. But this special opportunity for me to lead my own program, it became open and apparent that it was special. It's a sleeping giant. I've said that all along. The growth potential is out the roof. I truly believe the city of Cleveland is a unbelievable sports town with the Cavs, the Indians, and our Browns. Those same fans are right in a circle mile radius of each other. And why wouldn't we be in that same radius? Because we are. And our environment should replicate those environments. And I truly believe our students, our alumni were invigorated with what our success was last season. And they are looking to get through these doors to really see what was going on. And our guys are playing hard. They're playing their behinds off and they're leaving it all out on the court.
Oh, Coach, listen, we really appreciate the time. Congratulations to you and your family and your coaching staff once again. And hey, I can't wait to see you at the Wolstein Center next season finally.
No, I appreciate you having me on. Thank you as always. Go Vikes.